Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here, and for today's video, I am going to be giving you guys my picks for the 2020 NBA All-Star Game as far as the starting five goes. I don't think we have to do bench players or anything like that, but yes, I'm on vote.nba.com, and basically, I'm going to pick my front court and guards for the Western Conference, my guards and my front court for the Eastern Conference. I saw that first fan vote go through, and I was a little disappointed out there, man. I thought some of the picks out there and just some of the guys getting voted up was very, very disappointing, so I actually did a full reaction to that on my second channel, Extra Crispy, if you guys want to go check that out. But yeah, man, so I don't expect there to be any big time surprises. I do think when it comes to the Eastern Conference, I might have a bit more difficulty over there. But yes, let's go ahead and start with the Western Conference. So for the first guard, we have a lot of great choices right here, man. Now, to me personally, when it comes to the All-Star Game, I am one of those people that likes to reward the teams that are actually winning basketball games. So, you know, if you're like last in the conference, but you're putting up big numbers, like that's cool and everything, man. But to me, you know, if you can't put up stats and also lead your team to victories, it just kind of says something about, I think other guys probably deserve the spot. So for my first guard spot, it's like James Harden and Luka Doncic. Like, who am I going to pick first? I think that's the big question, because obviously James Harden is killing it scoring wise, 38 points per game, but Luka Doncic is a bit better at everything else. I don't know what FP means. That means fantasy points. I don't know what FP means, man, so I'm going to disregard FP. But no, I think the first guy that has to be taken probably is James Harden. It's just what he's doing is absolutely crazy. So yes, he is going to be getting my first vote for the guards right here, guys. Just representing the Houston Rockets. Former MVP, might win. I don't know if he'll win another one. I feel like he'll definitely be in the running for it, but I feel like guys like Giannis, man, it's just might go back to back. And for the other guard spot, I mean, you guys probably know who I'm thinking of right here, but Luka Doncic. Like, I hate that Damian Lillard can't start for my team right here, but let's be honest, guys. Luka has the Dallas Mavericks so much farther ahead in their rebuild than anybody ever imagined, to the point where it's not even like a rebuild anymore. Like, the Dallas Mavericks are just a really solid basketball team. So, yes, Damian Lillard, I mean, you are an amazing point guard, but this season it's got to be to Luka Doncic. I was hoping that maybe Damian Lillard kind of could have taken that spot this season, you know, with guys like Steph Curry being injured. But no, Luka is going to be getting my vote. 29 points, 9 assists, 10 rebounds per game. So much fun to watch. So that's a pretty fun backcourt to rock with right there. I don't really know how it would work in an actual basketball setting, just because these are both ball-dominant guards. So I'm sure they would figure it out. I think I would probably... Look, it's like I'd like to give the ball to James Harden and Luka just plays off him, but at the same time, with the amount that Harden likes to isolate and kind of take shots, it's like maybe you better have the ball in Luka's hand and James Harden plays off him, although, you know, he would never agree to that type of offense. But all right, let's do our front court players next. Alrighty, so this is actually going to be pretty difficult here, man, because there's really 4 guys that I would probably say really deserve to start for the All-Star Game this season, maybe even 5. Like, you can definitely make a case for Brandon Ingram, but I think just for the reasons I said earlier about just like winning basketball games, he probably gets voted off just for that. Although the Pelicans, I guess, realistically speaking, the Western Conference, as far as like the last few playoff spots, is so wide open that the Pelicans, hey, you get Zion back, you never really know. But no, let's start with the easy ones. LeBron James, I mean, come on, man, 25 points, 11 assists, 8 rebounds per game. It's like LeBron at the age of 35 is playing like he's the greatest player in the world still. He still might very well be, depending on who you are talking to. But yeah, it ain't no All-Star Game without LeBron James starting. So LeBron James is going to go on there. I think next up we got to go with Anthony Davis. Definitely looking like an MVP caliber player. The whole LeBron James, Anthony Davis experiment is working out perfectly. I don't really think people had too many doubts about it. But yeah, so it's like those are 2 guys that I clearly expect to see in the NBA. Western Conference Finals, maybe the NBA Finals, depending how they do against the Clippers and stuff like that, man. But yeah, for me, that's pretty good right there. Alrighty, so the last 2 that I'm kind of coming down to, because like it's not between Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, because plain and simple Kawhi Leonard is better than Paul George. Like, I'd rather have him on my team. I would start him with the All-Star team. No, it actually comes down to Kawhi Leonard and Karl Anthony Towns. I'm really recognizing just the type of numbers that Cat is putting up this season. He's literally become like Steph Curry in a center's body. Has been absolutely amazing. So the issue is that he's in part of trade rumors. He's you know, the Timberwolves probably not making the playoffs again. So do I give it to Kawhi Leonard? Now, with that being said, I don't really know how much time Cat's missed. I haven't really been paying too much attention to, like, the Timberwolves every single game. I do know that Kawhi Leonard tends to do some load management, so, like, should it be rewarded for that? As far as the FP goes, Cat actually has a higher FP. Let me just make sure there's nobody else around here. It's going to be a difficult one here, man, because scoring, Cat's got it. Assist-wise, Kawhi's got it a little bit. I mean, he's only got scoring a little bit, too. And then rebounding, Cat's got it. Kawhi Leonard, obviously a better defender, but Cat's still no slouch at defense. But yeah, Paul George, Andrew Wiggins would be fun, but he's not going to get over his teammate. LaMarcus Aldridge, no. Jokic, I mean, not bad numbers, but I don't think he's the same player he was last year. Melo, not happening. It would be really fun, though, but it's not happening. Brandon Clark, yes, definitely not. I don't know why I even said his name in this video. Jake Layman, why is he even a votable player, man? Man. I told myself it wasn't going to be freaking tough, but now we look at it being tough. Okay. I am going to reward it too. I know I'm going to upset a lot of people, but I'm going to give it to Karl Anthony Towns, man. I'm sorry, Clipper Nation. I'm sorry, Kawhi Leonard. It is painful, don't get me wrong, but I know my philosophy was that's all about wins, but in some cases it's not. And Cat deserves the spot. He does. Not that Kawhi doesn't either. It's literally impossible to choose. So I'm just going with the fun pick with Karl Anthony Towns. And that is my starting five for the Western Conference. Luka, Harden, James, Davis, and Cat. And the reason I actually like this lineup a lot more too, and why I feel like it's a lot more realistic, is just positioning. I mean, if I go with Kawhi Leonard, then I put an AD at the center spot. He's not dominating at the center spot this season. He's dominating at the power forward spot. LeBron James, like, he's a guy that he plays point guard technically, but he's the same, point forward that he's always been. I mean, you got some other guards out there, Avery Bradley, Danny Green, KCP, and stuff like that. So it's like, yeah, I guess LeBron's technically the point guard, but he'll be fine at the small forward spot. I think Cat at center, that's where he dominates at, as opposed to Kawhi Leonard. You're looking at Kawhi probably like the 3 or 4 spot. And then, once again, this right here, too, is a little wonky because Luka technically plays point guard. But it's the best I could do, man. I don't think anybody should have a problem with this. Now, I am totally open to listening to your guys' suggestions about why Kawhi Leonard should be over Karl Anthony Towns. And I probably won't disagree. But it was literally a coin toss for me, and I wanted to go with the fun pick. Okay, let's get over to this Eastern Conference. I'm going to start with the front court, I think. I'll start with the front court right here. Easy peasy, lemon bitch ass squeeze with this one. Giannis Antetokounmpo, very welcome win MVP this season again. 30.6 assists, 13 rebounds per game. Yeah, this guy right here is like literally adding the 3-point shot to his game. He's becoming like some sort of prototype cyborg version of Shaquille O'Neal of this era of basketball, where you know how Shaq was just so dominant on the inside, there was no stopping him. And that's what Giannis does, except he can handle the basketball and play on the perimeter now. And he's basically that, except he's adding the 3-point shot to his game. It's literally unfair, man. Absolutely unfair. So, yep, we got Giannis for our first pick. That's a very easy one. Next up, I'm going to go with the guy that has definitely proven me wrong this season. This is a guy that I just look at him and I like going into this, I was like, all right, there's no way this team's going to be good anymore. And that is Pascal Siakam. This guy has literally taken his game to a next tier. I mean, I know me personally, I watched him, in the NBA Finals stuff. He was great. But I always thought he was a product last season of Kawhi Leonard. I was like, this is a guy that, is obviously a very talented player, but a big reason is because you got Kawhi Leonard. This guy's never going to be number one option. He's totally proven me wrong, and I'm very happy about it, man. I'm very happy about that. So, yeah, I'm going to run with that. And, all right, I got my NBA standings pulled up over here because I gotta check something. Okay, so Heat 25-9, 76ers 23-13. Because this final choice is going to come down between Jimmy Butler and Joel Embiid. And I think this might be my I don't really want to call it a shocker, but I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler, guys. And I know I just pissed off so many Philadelphia fans. I mean, Okay, like for one, Pascal I think is playing a bit better than Joel Embiid. Not, I mean, it's like it depends on what you want out of players. So I don't have a problem putting Pascal over Joel. Even I guess even the Raptors, they got the same record as the 76ers, actually the 4 seeds. So and that's with a lot of injuries too. So yeah, Pascal I think just deserves it anyway over Joel Embiid. But I can see people were saying like, well, Crispy, how do you not have how do you have Pascal over Joel? But as far as Jimmy Butler goes, I mean, man, he's got to start in the All-Star game. What he's doing with the Miami Heat team. Nobody expected the Heat to be as good as they are now. And you can say anything that maybe Philadelphia is a little disappointing this season to some extent. So, yeah, to me, Embiid is not starting. It's going to be Giannis, Pascal, and Jimmy Butler. And I can't think of more deserving guys. Okay, so FP actually is fantasy points. Yeah, I don't care about fantasy points. Why would I care about fantasy points? Okay. So that is my front court. Let's go to my guards now. Now, in the absolute perfect world, I would be allowed to put Jimmy Butler at this guard spot, and he would be one of the guards, and then I'd have Joel Embiid at center. But I can't do that. I'm not allowed to do that apparently. So, yes. Let's look at the guards available. The first guard that I'm picking, without a doubt in my mind, is going to be Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker has been everything and more for the Boston Celtics this season. 23 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds per game. But not just beyond that, just beyond the numbers. Just what he's been able to do with this team as a leader. I actually worried that Kemba wasn't going to be a very good leader because he was on the Charlotte Hornets his entire career. It was pretty much him, and everybody else was never really in any winning circumstances. I mean, in college, I think it was UConn, right? I think he won the national championship with him. He had that nasty crossover on some sort of player. I forgot who it was, but it was absolutely sick. But yeah, I got to go with Kemba Walker. And sure, maybe compared to Kyrie or Trey or Bradley Beal, he doesn't put up as fancy of numbers, but he put up more winning numbers. He puts up championship numbers. Yeah, I'm going to go with Kemba Walker. For the other guard spot, this is where things do get a little tricky right here, because you look at Kyrie Irving. He's had a lot of injuries this season. I think just for that reason, I probably put him out of it, man. I don't like to award guys for things they haven't done. It's like, yeah, Taco Fall's got per 36 of 44 points per game, but he don't play a lot of minutes. Kyrie Irving has great numbers, but he hasn't done it the entire season. And if anything, you're looking at Spencer Dinwiddie as a potential most improved player between him and Devontae Graham. So, yeah, I can't really give to Kyrie. So then, if you're not giving it to Kyrie, you gotta look between Trae Young and Bradley Beal. And you look at these two guys, and they're both in really bad losing situations. Like I think. Let me look at these standings again here, guys. Yeah, the Hawks got the worst record, and the Wizards are 10-23. I mean, it's not like they're much better. Plus 3 games, so I don't really think that makes a big difference. Trae Young has missed some time because, like, to me, Bradley Beal is actually the best shooting guard in the entire NBA, and Trae Young obviously is a top point guard. So part of me, I think Bradley Beal, if I want to do like a complete lineup, deserves it more. But it's so tough here, guys. Is there anybody else out? Yo, what about, come on. Yo, D-Rose. There we go, man. Let's get D-Rose. It's in Chicago. Everybody would love that. Hey, there's Luke Kennard. Okay. Okay, gut feeling. Bradley Beal makes sense just because I'm crazy. I want like an actual legit starting 5, but I don't have that because I don't have a center. So if I'm toss those rules aside, and I want to go based off better player, Trae Young has done some tricky Trae things, man. He's done some crazy, absolute, insane things this season, and I have to start him on the All-Star team. So these are my picks, guys. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Karl-Anthony Towns, listen to Kawhi Leonard, James Harden, Luka Doncic, Kemba Walker, Trae Young, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Pascal Siakam, and Jimmy Butler. Review and submit. Well, I'm doing all that, bro. I'm going to do it off camera. Y'all can't see all that information there, man. But yes, this is what I'm going with. I have a feeling people are going to be upset. But that's the beautiful thing about voting, guys, is that you don't have to agree. You just got to go vote. We're out.